What is happening, everybody? Josh here from Spawn Fly Fish, and we're back with another tying tutorial. This week things are going to look a little different. We had a great customer of ours named Mike come into the shop and drop off a few patterns that have been working well for him. We took them out on the water and had a ton of success and knew it was a fly that you had to see. So we invited him to the shop to tie this pattern and show you just what's working lately here in Southwest Washington.
That was the fly it took.
Hey, my name's Mike. I'm from Vancouver, Washington. I frequent the Long Beach Peninsula. I get to stop into Spawn fly fishing here in El Waco every now and again. And I gifted a couple of flies to Josh and Pete here in the shop. And they asked if I would come in and maybe tie that on camera, so here we are. This is like a variation of the Prince Nymph, and it's I tied it for trout. It's a great anchor fly. It's kind of heavy. It gets down to the spot pretty quick. So if you're doing like a double nymph rig, you can use this as your bottom fly and have whatever you want up above it. It's caught everything from trout to bass. I've hooked up on some steelhead, just haven't landed them. And then the guys in the shop immediately started getting into cutthroat with them. So hopefully you can tie it and catch some fish on it too. Alright, so far in the vise we got a mini jig from Ahrex, and then we got the football head from Spawn. We got a 7mm, so we want this to get down deep quick. And then I got a little bit of lead-free wire, not necessarily for weight, just to hold this big bead into place. I'm going to go like probably 5 wraps on that, and I always wrap it forward so I'm not wasting any guessing how much to clip off. So it's like 4 wraps on that one, but it'll work. Little Marabou. Oh, brand new pack of Marabou. Make sure to give this like almost a woolly bugger tail, but not quite that long. About as long as the hook shank. We can get that out of there, save that for some other flies, or toss it. Wrap over these, make sure your head's nice and secure. At this point I'm going to throw some black biots back there. The biots might seem a little confusing if you already got the Marabou tail, but if you get the fly in the water and watch it swim, the biots stay stiff while the tail moves around. Gives it a little bit of a different profile rather than just like a bugger jig. And I did forget to get out of material, so I'm going to have to reach into my little kit here real quick. Awesome. And then next up we got some Semperfli Dirty Bug Yarn. Throw this on the end. I'm going to wrap this forward, creating a little buggy body. Then we're going to stop it about halfway through with our thread again. Right about here. A little more than halfway. Let this drop down. Here I have some pre-measured medium rubber legs. It's probably about, I don't know, a little over 2 inches worth. I'm going to tie in some rubber legs right here. So now we kind of have what reminds me of tying a Pat's rubber leg on top of like a big buggy Prince nymph. So almost got two different flies going on here. Alright, now that we got most of the bug done, just going to finish it up. We got a little soft hackle here. Got a few choices. Use that one. Whoop, whoop. And kind of slide this into the top of the football head and anchor it down. Grab my hackle pliers and just add a nice collar to this bug. Alright, probably one more wrap, half a wrap. Trim this and kind of brush our collar down here. We'll trim some of this, but we don't want to lose too much of the material that we just tied in. So trim off minimal. Keep the hackle on the bottom there. We're going to add white biots, and then we're going to whip finish, and this thing's going to be done. Going to be ready to catch some trout, possibly whitefish, whatever you got in your area. This will get to the bottom. It's got a lot of movement on it. I've caught fish, still water, mainly creeks and rivers because that's where I fish, but last weekend this was cleaning up shop on some west slope cutthroats, so no, those were in some backcountry lakes. Alright, last thing here, just trim up our biots. Oh, don't cut anything we want to keep. Trim more hackle. We get whip finish, and then we're pretty much done. Every single piece of this is interchangeable color-wise. You can go bigger, you can go smaller, depending on what you're targeting. If you want to get like a bigger, longer shank on this, I recommend putting like a bright pink head on it, maybe some flashy biots or whatever. You can use it for steelhead, you can use it for any kind of trout. It's a good searching pattern. You can go longer legs, crazier colors. This is kind of the basic variation. So cheers, hope you enjoy it.